Hey everyone, Harry Fisher with Fisher's Flies. Thanks for checking in. Today I'm going to be tying up a super realistic, great looking egg pattern, especially when it's wet, as you can see there in the vise, with a nice little blood dot on top for added realism. To tie this, I'm using a Grub Boss hook from Fulling Mill in size 12. This, of course, can be tied smaller or larger. I'm using their Pro Thread Flat in 70 denier fluorescent pink, which is their new thread. I'm getting started with this thread right behind the eye, and then I'm going to take my thread back into the bend before snipping the tag off. And really at this point, all I'm doing is building up a thread base for the material to secure to. So I'm going to take thread wraps back to the eye and then back to essentially the midpoint of that base that I already built up. All this fly is mop chenille, mop material. And here I'm using pink. I'm going to take one piece and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to get two flies out of one piece. All I'm doing is I'm going to pull part of the bottom fibers off, and that's going to expose the core, or kind of the rope, if you will, whatever you want to call it. And all I'm going to do is going to take that and I'm going to secure that to the hook shank. Once I've done that, I'm going to take wraps in front of and behind to just make sure that this is secure. And in doing that, also trap some of those additional fibers. I think it pulls the mop down to the hook, so it covers a little bit more of the hook. But that's it. And then I'm just going to whip finish this twice and snip my thread off. Honestly, at this point, you could probably fish this fly, but I'm going to hit it with an ample amount of Solarez bone dry just to add some durability. Make sure this fly fishes for as long as it's on the end of my line. And then I'm just going to cure that, again, just adding durability. And the last step, you could probably fish this as is, but the last step that I think just takes this over the top is burning the top of this. And what that does is it makes it smaller, makes it more round, makes it look more like an egg, but it creates that little blood dot type spot on top. And if you press it down with the lighter while it's still hot, it makes it even more pronounced. But these things are super juicy. I can't wait to fish them. Tie them up, fish them. Let me know what you think.